to the Indie Wrestling Guy with your hosts, the Hall of Fame referee, JHawk, the not-so-mysterious benefactor, JGold, and the legendary Charly Butters.
I'll tell you about this.
Okay.
The soup. The soup and the chicken that I made today.
Okay.
I've always been super not great with cooking chicken. I'm always afraid I'm going to undercook it. I cooked these chicken strips perfectly. They were seasoned perfectly. They were juicy. They were seasoned so good. My best I've ever made. I cut them up into chunks and then I put them in the bottom of the bowl. Then I made broccoli cheddar soup, which was super easy. And then I have cheese garlic bread to go on the side. Fucking stellar.
You're listening to The Delicious Dish.
Yes.
Only on Apple
home of the
Podcasts.
sweaty ball.
That's right. That's pretty good. I like that.
It was very good. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah. That's really good. We had just nothing but pizza and pasta and junk from Halloween for 3 days. We had people over and we just ate pizza and pasta and all sorts of crap for 3 straight days.
I'm trying to get out of my depressive funk, so that was one of the things to kind of help get me
That's
there.
good.
So cook myself a real good meal.
And I started my new job today, Butters, and I was telling JHawk before he
how's
jumped
that pretty
on.
Jew mouth doing? Is it sore today?
Working the glory hole, yes. I have to actually not using the equipment, but utilizing the equipment.
You are
That's
the
what I'm doing.
equipment,
right?
Your beautiful Jew mouth is the equipment.
It was a good day. It was long orientation. I have to go all the way downtown Manhattan. My office is literally outside the World Trade Memorial. So I get out of World Trade Center and walk literally half a block to the office, which is nice. The whole door to door is less than an hour, which isn't terrible. But yeah, now I'm finally back at it. Now we can get a wave 3 at you before you know it. I did wave 3 coming your way.
Well, we have to have a talk about that, but yeah, we'll get there.
Oh no! What the hell?
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I just
knew it. I knew I was going to get screwed out of my wave.
You're not getting your wave is existing. It has to exist. The cards they exist. It's just a matter of taking care of some things. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. That's what I've been saying for weeks now. Oh Lord! Every time I have to talk about your cards.
Oh, my cards will happen. They're coming into existence, and they will happen. That's all I know.
Oh Lord!
He's already given away more cards than are actually being made. So
right.
We gotta figure out how that's
JHawk,
gonna work.
have you done any at Real Action Pro Wrestling? Have you given any out since you've had yours made? And I gave them to you.
I gave him out at Cauliflower Alley when I was out there.
Nice.
But beyond that, no, not really.
He gave them out to people that were trick or treating. He had his wife give them out to people that were trick or treating.
Right, there you go. That house gives out cards. They suck.
Yeah, I went trick or treating with my kid. Oh no, that didn't happen.
So he left them in a bowl.
She stayed home, right? So.
Oh, I thought he left them in a bowl in front of the house, and it's take one, and they're all just still laying there.
No, actually, my wife ended up working late on Friday because she didn't get to do anything with the trick or treating.
So we actually had somebody ring the doorbell for trick or treating. I was shocked, and I was laying on the couch, and I looked at the app on my phone, and I was like, "Oh, trick or treaters!" So we actually had some this year. I was shocked.
Did you have candy ready?
No, because we haven't had any in the last 2 years. And when I had candy ready, and I sat out on the porch for 2 hours.
Oh man!
So I didn't even bother this year. And then we actually had some. I was like, God damn it!
So those kids got nothing? Good day, nothing. Sir. That was it?
They didn't get anything. I didn't go to the door. They just rang the doorbell and left.
Well, we had a whole bowl outside the house, and I put a big orange sign that says "Take one," but we didn't leave yet. So so we keep it in the front of the steps, and all of a sudden, 5 boys come running over, and they start loading up. And I open the screen door, and I stand on the step, and they just take off because they knew that they were going to take the whole thing. They thought no one was around, and I'm looking at him like the Overlord coming out of his house, and they got scared.
It says one.
One got
chase after him.
One. Yes, I said one, and we had good ones too. We had full bags of Skittle gummies and Lifesaver gummies, and then what's it called, Reese's and Twix and Snickers. And I think mini Snickers is probably the best mini. by far.
So for those that don't listen to your other show or watch your other show, what did you dress for as Halloween this year on the other show?
I didn't dress as anything, but on the show I went as Road Warrior Hawk.
Yes,
that's correct.
So
and it was great.
I'm kind of upset that you waited this long to do that, because now that needs to be the photo of you on the card, not the one we have.
No, the one we have
as
is
Hawk is epic, because you have the face paint going.
Yeah.
You have the makeshift. I don't know why you got makeshift ones. Like, you should have bought like the actual old kid ones that were like $70.
Well, I'm being honest. Yeah, I was looking. I was asking people in the town and stuff, and nobody had them for me. So we had to go. We had to do Amazon the night before and get the makeshift ones, like the foam ones. I had no choice.
I love it.
We were really looking. I asked the entire neighborhood. I was like, somebody give me a set of shoulder pads, and nobody
didn't need real ones. I was like, they made the Road Warrior Hawk, like they made the.
I couldn't find them. I looked for them. Yeah, the foam Legion of Doom ones. Yeah, I could not find one, and the ones that I did find would not be delivered in time to get to me.
Damn.
So that was definitely, maybe next year I'll do a different face paint, but I think that might work out now that I know that Harper can like copy it well.
I found out late that I could get a Ribera jacket from our buddy Stash Pages. So I could have done my costume, but I will for sure next year be doing a costume. I have to do one next year.
Hell yeah.
So there will be a Ribera jacket involved. And I can't wait to do it. I'm hoping our buddy
friend of mine, Kitty, found a Ribera jacket at like a thrift store complaint. I only try.
Really?
Yeah.
How come I go into thrift stores? I see these things online. People are finding the coolest shit. I go into a thrift store and it's like, here, this is some half broken beer mug for like 38 cents. Never find anything cool.
Like I have trouble finding fucking pants in my own kind at a thrift store walking out with a fucking Ribera jacket. Like,
what the fuck? I agree. I never find anything that cool.
Like a pretty fun weekend.
Get a winter coat for $20.
Yeah, had a pretty fun weekend though. Took my kid trick or treating, and the neighborhood I take him in, some of the parents also have stuff for the adult. So I was taking advantage of that.
Some booze.
Then, the one house had pudding shot, another one had like apple cider that they spiked. They were just handing to the parent. They were coming up.
There was one after another. Then the third one, he could go around a tree and they'd put a finger in your butt real quick, just for fun.
It's a roofie and then a finger in your tuchus.
You get loose. You get loose first, and then you get a finger in there.
Then you get looser.
That guy ended up on a lift. He's not allowed to do that on trick or treat anymore. But
so it was happening. I heard about that.
Yeah, his name is Kent Hawkins.
He doesn't listen, so it's fine.
I know he doesn't listen. That's why I said it.
And then Saturday, the wife and I went to Playhouse Square. We called Dial In for Murder on theater up there.
I love that you're cultured enough to try to go do like plays and shit, but are you at least getting a hand job out of this? Like, is the South Park thing working there for you? Like, is there any benefit for you out of this? I'm sure she enjoys herself.
Dinner club? Was it dinner theater, JHawk? It was
no, just a regular theater.
Oh, okay.
I happen to enjoy the theater, but yeah, I got stuff out of it.
There you go. See.
Yeah.
He got
a souvenir T-shirt,
right? Stuff out of it. He got an extra appetizer at the dinner theater
at the Applebee's beforehand.
Well, here's the thing: Dial In for Murder. I seen the movie and I liked the movie. I figured I would like to play.
Yeah.
When we went to Newton a few months ago, I hate that fucking movie. That was one that I went to because the wife was going to give me stuff.
They do newsies here for the kids. Like the high schoolers always do newsies as their like show. I don't know. I don't take that movie too seriously.
Yeah. It's a very simplistic good, yeah. If it's one of your first plays, like a drama club or whatever, it doesn't cost a lot of money to put on.
Right.
Kind of like Our Town. Like my first play in my drama club was Our Town because like got literally a chair and table. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
JGold just dressing his daughter like he dresses every day for work. It was like the worst costume I've ever seen.
First of all, it wasn't my idea. It was her idea and her two friends. They went in and I said, well, HR representatives. I didn't understand what their costume was. They were business women. They're the only ones who wore wool suits from Amazon out to go trick-or-treating. Ridiculous.
The kind of influence you have on these children. They're dressing up like HR representatives.
But I swear to God, it wasn't me. I didn't give them that. It wasn't I didn't go like, yeah, this is your
I don't believe you.
Go with something else.
I don't believe you, Josh. I think you were just like, no, this is what you're doing this year. You're going to be an HR representative because it's a joke of a job, and that's what I do, and I make jokes.
You want to go as your dad and his dead end career. That's that's your costume this year. Oh Lord.
Oh shit.
Well, should we do some shout outs?
Speaking of dead end careers, let's get these shout outs out of the way. Zach, Andrew, and Peppermint Patty.
Yep. Hey Patty.
Hey, Patty.
What's on?
Yeah. What's on, JHawk?
What's on this weekend?
Well, if you ask JHawk, there's nothing on Fight. But
Well,
you listen to Butters, who is, well versed in dealing with Fight's bullshit.
That's right.
GCW exists, and there are GCW shows this weekend.
Not in this house.
Okay, well, part of it is that I've been avoiding social media like the plague because I'm going to have a freaking heart attack trying to not call people out on dumb shit. But GCW does have 3 different shows going on this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to focus on the Sunday show. It is from Barrie, Vermont, the Barrie Elks Lodge, in conjunction with Green Mountain Wrestling. It's called Green Mountain and Me, beginning at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Among the matches signed for the card, they're going to try it again, but they weren't able to do it last time. Billy Stark against Shotzi Blackheart. We got Ricky Morton versus Kerry Morton.
Oh.
The Green Mountain Wrestling Championship, Mike Skyrup against Joey Janela. And the main event for the GCW World Championship, Effie versus Danhausen. You also see Matt Tremont in action, Bear Bronson in action, Marcus Mather, and much, much more. Over on the Indie Wrestling Television Network, there's not a whole lot of indie wrestling this week. There are 3 shows. One is on Thursday. The other 2 are on Sunday. This one, New Texas Pro Wrestling presents New Texas Pro, the 7th anniversary show. This is Sunday, November 9th at 4 p.m. CST. That means 5 p.m. Eastern. From the Baytown Community Center in Baytown, Texas. And on this card, Diego De La Cruz and Just X Nick. I don't know who that is. And Dustin Nguyen versus the Meat Market. That's Butters' tag team. Mosh Pit Fight, Lone Star Championship. Izzy James versus Teamer the Great. The ASE Women's Championship, Charity King versus Jada Stone. And the main event is LeBron Cazone versus Stephen Wolf. And that is all on at 5 o'clock Eastern on the Independent Wrestling Television Network.
I thought my tag team was the Meat Slappers.
Meat Slappers, that's right. The Slappers, I got it wrong.
Yeah, the Meat Slappers, not the Meat Market. The Meat Slappers. Right. Gonna slap that meat, baby.
Got it wrong. Yeah, so if you have your indie wrestling open on Sunday and you have nothing to do, check that one out. 5 o'clock. What are we reviewing? Let's go. Butters, kick us off. Jesus.
Doing a review.
All right, this week we are reviewing DPW Super Battle 2025, which aired October 19th, 2025. Actually, it took place October 19th, 2025. It debuted on their stream service, DPW On Demand, October 26th, 2025. From the Grady Cole Center in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I was going to say, this is why we let JHawk.
I know. I don't know why you told me to do it to start it off. I'm just like, fuck, I guess I got to do what JHawk does.
Yeah. No, I meant hit the button.
You don't listen to the show back, apparently, because you never hear that part. Caprice Coleman, Rich Bikini, and Veda Scott on commentary. Could have done without Veda. She tried, but Caprice Coleman is excellent. He didn't really need Veda there with him in Bikini, but whatever. It was fine. I didn't really have anything negative to say about her on commentary this time. So
the only issue I have with commentary, it took a match and a half for Caprice Coleman to realize he was not working with Ian Riccaboni. He went back and forth between calling Rich Bikini Ian and Riccaboni for about the first match and a half till Bikini
I didn't even catch that. That's hilarious. I thought I heard him correct him, but I didn't realize he had been saying it before. Holy shit, that's funny.
Yeah, he called him Ian in the first match. And I was like, did I hear that right? Maybe I didn't hear that right. And then in the second match, you go, Rick Bikini. And he's like, you were going to call me Riccaboni, weren't you? Yeah, sorry.
Weren't you? Yeah, you got me. Well,
Yeah, other
I
than
don't
that,
listen to
commentary
it.
fantastic.
Yeah, I don't watch DPW for the commentary anyway. Their show speaks for itself. So yeah, but yeah, I was good with. I love Caprice Coleman in general.
Our opening contest, six-man tag team action, one fall of the 20-minute time limit. Morgan Dash, Bojack, and BK Westbrook taking on the team of Skinner and Saint and Trevor Lee. I love that Dash and Bojack are becoming a regular team. It's because the size difference. You got the contrast of their style, and they work really well together, which is fantastic.
Where'd that dude come from, Morgan Dash? I don't think I've ever seen him besides this area.
Morgan Dash is from North Carolina, so
Oh, he's one of their local dudes.
he was trained by LeBron Cozone
Oh, there we go. Okay, that makes sense.
out of the
he's only
Firestar Pro Wrestling Academy. He's been wrestling for 4 years.
Huh.
and he's only like 20 years old too. Like he's really freaking young.
This 6-man tag is a 15-minute sprint. I love that they're doing a 10-minute, 15-minute, and 20-minute interval announcement, and it's through every match. So even if they make those matches can end like minutes after the 10-minute call. Like there's a couple of them that ended 2 minutes later, a minute later, stuff like that. So I mean, they weren't, it wasn't like a very obvious call to end the match. It was, done throughout every single match, and matches still ended whenever they ended, which was great.
Yeah, I miss AEW doing that. By the way, they used to do that all the time. They barely enough time limit anymore. So.
Right.
I mean, that's the way it should be, right? Like it should be done like that in general. I think that's the right way to do it. I think DPW does opening matches very well. I will say all their shows, the crowd is pumped up and they capitalize on the frenzy that is a DPW fan. So they always put on their opening matches are always something that you're just like, they let you build up to like an absolute froth before you get going. So it's good.
Yeah. BK Westbrook, fucking showed off and was a star in this. Sinner and Saint, I've maybe seen them once or twice before, but Judas Icarus really blew my mind in this match. He is excellent. I really, really, really want to see more of him. Of course, Trevor Lee's always good. This whole match was excellent. Like I said, I texted you guys once I started watching this and was like, this fucking opening 6-man is just crazy how good it was.
BK Westbrook's come a long way. He really has.
And for a 15-minute match, it felt like it was maybe like 8 minutes. It flew by.
Sure.
They did a lot of stuff in it, and I can't even recap everything. Like the first thing that really popped me though was they were taking turns stretching somebody, and then they would all taunt in the middle of the ring. And when Sinner and Saint did it with Trevor Lee, they hit a drop kick on Judas Icarus, and he went from the back of I can't remember who it was. He went from the back, I think, of Bojack through the ropes to the outside off of a drop kick, and like it was so smooth the way it happened. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit. And then from there it just went crazy. Like it was so good. This is an excellent 6-man tag.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you've got the underlying story. BK Westbrook and Trevor Lee have a national title eliminator coming up at a future show. So they were playing off of their deal as well. So this wasn't a 6-man tag that was just thrown together to be a 6-man tag. Like they're still telling stories with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. It was a combination Bojack Driver shooting star press to Judas Icarus for the win in 15:31. Then we go to ladies tag team action. Hyon and Lena Cross against Emerson Jane and Danny Luna. First time I've seen Emerson Jane. I'm going to base it just on her look alone, but I got a Jamie Hayter vibe from her look.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic wrestler. I enjoyed watching her quite a bit here. I've enjoyed this match quite a bit.
Yeah, I've seen Hyon before, but the 4 of these women together, they fucking killed it. Danny Luna, I thought was excellent.
Hyens wrestled at GCW a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
She did that Cinco de Mayo show 2 years ago at White Eagle. And I know Struggles likes her. I think she's from like San Antonio or something. But she's a hell of a wrestler. But Lena Cross is my favorite. And she gives off those Megan Bain vibes. She's a better wrestler than what's her name? What was the big tall girl who did all the death matches? What was her name again? She retired recently. She was with Manders.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm so
I
stupid.
can picture her in my head, but I can't even think of her name.
So I think Lena Cross is a better version of her. Can really wrestle. Wrestles like a big, wrestles the big style. Can also get flopped around a lot. She's probably the one that I stood out to me the most in this match. I know you like Danny Luna, and I've seen Hyen, so I figure she's just very like solid in the ring. You just know that you're going to get a really good quality match out of them. It was a good for tag team. I give them full credit because this was a fun one, and I think it went off pretty well.
Yeah, Emerson Jane has like a crazy list of trainers: Joe Hendry, Mikey Whiplash, and Flash Morgan Webster. Like,
wow,
crazy Wild Boar. Yeah, like crazy lineup of people. They were all excellent. I thought this match, I mean, for a lot of names that I'd never seen before, they hit it out of the fucking park. I thought this match was excellent and like what a lot of indie female wrestling should be aiming for, because they were excellent. I mean, there was like, even then there was a hiccup, I think, at one point, and it's still, you couldn't even tell. You could tell, but it was like they covered so well for it. Like, it was nothing. It was excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a fun tag team matchup here. Danny Luna pinning Kion with the Luna Landing in 11:53. Great fucking name for a finish, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. Get a pre-taped Bo Dash Westbrook promo from after their match, basically telling how great, about how much fun their match was, and let's go watch the rest of the show. It's going to kick ass. Short, simple, to the point.
Yep.
And then we have our first one-on-one matchup of the evening. Manny Lowe taking on Leon Slater. And I didn't take a lot of notes on this because these two guys move so fast, it's hard to.
Yeah, Manny Lowe is so quick, and Leon Slater so quick. These guys, holy shit!
Yeah,
they wrestle
it's quick. Exactly what you want, though. Every time Leon Slater always delivers. So that's why WWE likes him so much. He does so many WWE matches now, and I'm very invested in him. I think he's got so much ability.
Yeah, he does that Swanton 450 or whatever. That's insane.
Yeah, it's one of the most smooth finishers I've ever seen in my life. It's great.
Manny Lowe was excellent, though. Like, I really would like to book him for something. I think he's excellent. He's from North Carolina, so I definitely was really impressed with him.
Yeah.
I need to see more of him. He was really good.
Yeah, they tell a story. Slater ramming his ribs into the guardrail early on in the match, because they do work on that quite a bit. Slater did kind of get away from calling the rib, got time, but probably my only gripe about this match. But to your point, Butters, you talked about how they would announce the time cue, and it wouldn't necessarily mean they were telegraphing a draw. They didn't announce the time before the match here, at least on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
But when they made the 10-minute call, they got 5 minutes remaining, which meant it was a 15-minute time limit.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have heard 15-minute time limit before the match started, especially knowing they normally do 20, I would have assumed it was going to be a draw, and we did not get a draw. We got a winner.
Sawyer Wreck. I got it.
Sawyer Wreck. There you go.
There you go.
God damn, that was eating away at my brain.
It took us how long, right?
Yeah.
On the tip of your brain.
Yes. Yeah, but I really love Leon Slater. Manny Lowe is like a up and coming version of him. And I know Butters was uber amped up about him. So yeah, that's definitely that's a guy. DPW seems to find these guys and put them in the right places to shine, to be honest.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like in the next match too. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Slater hit the style clash, followed by that Guanton 450 to get the win in 12:07. Really fun match. We then get
more
a video.
styles clashes, by the way. More guys should do that move now that AJ is bailing. With these younger guys, they get a lot more height. It looks like it hurts a lot more. More guys doing that. I love that move.
And it just shows you how many guys are like influenced by AJ,
yeah,
I think,
right.
too.
Yeah, these newer kids coming up watched lots of AJ Styles, and you got to love that because he did stuff that no one else did when he was in his prime.
We then get a video package for our next matchup, which is DPW Women World Champion Nicole Matthews defending against Queen Aminata. One fall with a 30-minute time limit. Nicole Matthews in the first few minutes going to the Larry Kibitko school of stalling. She keep going out of the ring like any chance she gets, throw Aminata off her game. She's like that. More heels need to do that shit.
Right. She's a great heel. Nicole Matthews, she's one of those Canadians who got banished, right? She was gone for a while.
Yeah, she got the 5-year ban for a while.
Yeah,
there.
what a shame, because you know what? She's another one who just gets it. Like I think we've watched her before and said the same thing. She just gets it. She just gets the business.
Queen Aminata, one of my favorite people to watch wrestle. I got to meet her when we went down for All In. Got on my photo with her. She was great. She won a tournament to get this title shot, and she finally defeats Nicole Matthews in her reign of terror that was 126 days long as women's champion.
They let their women hold the belt for a while. Who was before that? It was what's her name? Emi Sakura, right? She was their champ before that.
Well, Danny Luna had it. Nicole Matthews beat Danny Luna for it. Emi Sakura had it too. Emi Sakura had it for like a year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed this match quite a bit. Nicole Matthews just a great old school heel. Nice old school storytelling, working on the leg. It's fantastic. There was one spot where Matthew hit Queen Aminata in the leg with a chair right in front of the referee, but they're outside the ring, so I guess it's like outside the ring, it doesn't count kind of deal. Every time I hear that, I remember the one SummerSlam with Tony Schiavone saying, well, he hit him outside the ring with that chair, and Jackie Ventura going, so if he shoots the guy outside the ring, it's okay because it's outside the ring.
I don't remember that. That's great.
SummerSlam 89. I forget which match it is, but
oh, fantastic.
Yeah, but as Butter said, Queen Aminata got the win. Matthew goes to spit the wine in Aminata's face, but she stopped it with the Queen's crown, then hit off with her head for the pin. We get Danny Luna coming out for the celebration and a challenge. Matthew breaks the wine bottle over Luna's head, and the rest of women on the card wind up coming out at various points. So we've got 6 women involved in the title picture based off a 2-minute segment. Fantastic.
No Japanese women this time around. They normally bring in a ton of Japanese Joshis for these shows, and they have none this time.
And then the show kicks off in even higher gear.
Yeah.
These next 4 matches. Thought those were good. Holy shit.
Yeah, coming up next, the National Championship. One fall of the 30-minute time limit. LeBron Cazone defending against Calvin Tankman.
Yeah.
And they made a big deal about how long Cagone's title reign it has been, how many title defenses he can. I believe they got something like 11 title defenses, I believe they had.
I mean, he deserves it. I remember seeing him when DPW first started. He was very green. Now I think he knows who he is. And Tankman is getting, I think we said this last time too, and when we watched ETU, Tankman's really starting to make a comeback again, I think. And I think he deserves it because
this was his 10th title defense. And as of today, he's been champion for 331 days.
Wow. Who's going to take that belt off him? I wonder.
Oh, no, man. But I will say that, they did a lot of Calvin Tankman saying he had respect for LeBron Cazone. This was very much like a respectful match. It wasn't like a heel versus face kind of situation.
Right.
And Tankman, is a bad motherfucker. So this was going in. I was like, oh, this is going to be really good. And whew, they did some crazy shit in here. I like the part where like Calvin went up for the moonsault. And LeBron went up to try to hit the clothesline off the top rope, and Calvin put him back down on the ground and then hit the moonsault on him. I thought that was a great way of like counteracting like what you thought was going to happen right away. Nice tease there. The finish was great. I thought this match was really good.
Yeah, this match was really good. My only real complaint with it, there was a spot about 8 minutes in where Coco knocked Calvin Tankman out of the ring, and it looked like Calvin Tankman was out for the count, and Coco's like, I'm going to go bring him back in. You're the champion. Take that count out.
Yeah, he's got the respect though. He wants to do it legit though. If he was a heel, sure, but if you're a face, you wanna do it the right way and get that 1, 2, 3. You don't want to count out win.
Yeah, I get where they're going with it, but at the same time, I'm thinking like I just want to get out of here with the title. I don't want Calvin Tankman kicking my ass for another 10 minutes.
It was good. I enjoyed it very much.
It was LeBron Cazone retaining the title with ball game in 12:23. We get the hype video for Eric Stevens against Roderick Strong, and that is our next contest. One fall, 30-minute time limit. First time in 15 years they had faced each other, and that one ended on a double countout, according to Rich Bikini on commentary. And then we get this matchup here, basically Eric Stevens saying, I don't know how many matches I got left in me, but I'm going to challenge myself for every match. I want Roderick Strong. He's been one of my toughest opponents. I want him. And we got it.
If he says he wants the DPW national title, and if he wants to test himself with Roderick Strong, if he can beat him, then he can beat LeBron Cazone. and they had a war, man. Roderick hits that dive to the outside and then picks him up and just throws Eric Stevens back on that guardrail. Ugh.
I've never, I've never, you know what? It's a bad take. I've never been a huge Eric Stevens fan. I'm a huge Roddy fan and Kyle O'Reilly and that whole crew, but never really been like that Eric Stevens bandwagoner. Like I'm glad to see that match. It was a great match. I have no complaints, but he was never a guy who I was like, oh, I got to pay money for a ticket for. And I know there's a lot of people who would say differently. It just was never like he was just never one of my guys. Just never was.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you probably did not see Eric Stevens during his first run.
Right.
Before he left the first time.
I mean, I saw him at AIW and stuff like that, but never in like Ring of Honor or anything.
Yeah, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you really are only familiar with him like 2019 onward.
Yeah.
You would have that opinion. I got to see Eric Stevens in person when he was doing the Ring of Honor stuff.
Yeah.
And he was fantastic. Like I really felt like he should have been higher up in the card in the Ring of Honor than what he was.
Okay. All right.
I just like these takes that JGold has that make Dom want to kick him in the leg again. Like, I like them a lot.
Why? What
they
did
make
I
me
do
very
wrong?
excited when he says things. Eric Stevens is like super close with Dom, so
I
like
know.
that's
Well, I didn't say I didn't like him.
I feel like you just said you didn't like him. You don't get him. You don't like him. So that's going to be a kick to the leg.
I'm saying
Josh.
I am not as hyped on the bandwagon as a lot of people are. I'm saying I don't have the same. And JHawk has put it a little more succinctly. I didn't have the same exposure to him as a lot of other people, so I don't get the same hype. I'm a Roddy guy. I always have been. Love the Messiah, the Backbreaker. Love it. But I wasn't always a guy who wanted to search out Eric Stevens. It's just the way I was. What do you want me to tell you? Jeez,
you're arguing with me.
Dom,
I'm not the one that's going to kick you in the leg.
Why does he have to hurt
Dom.
me when it happens? I'm much older than him. You know, I'm elderly. It can't be like that. Anyway,
well, maybe you'll learn. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Why do I have to learn? It's not right.
Dom's a
no
teacher. He's a teacher, and he's going to teach you some things. He's going to teach you about respect.
Now, I need somebody who I are not bailing on them to answer me a question.
Yeah.
Which one of the two was bleeding? Because that referee had the gloves on like most of the match, and I did not see the blood.
I thought it was Eric Stevens, to be honest. But I don't know. I thought it was coming from his mouth.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I could not see it. And Rick Bocchini didn't even notice the glove until about 5 minutes after I did. And he couldn't find it either. No.
Strange.
But it was Roderick Strong getting the pin with the end of Heartache in 1525. This was my favorite match of the card up to this point. It will not be my favorite match of the card when we're done with how freaking making the show in.
Yeah. Okay.
And we had Strong putting Stevens over after the match. DPW does that too much, but in this case here, with what the story of the match was, I'm okay with it.
But that's not all.
No, it's not. We got the lights going out briefly, and then Brian Keith heads to the ring and kind of stares Stevens down. I
love seeing Brian Keith back. That's his area. Like that's where he like shines in this kind of indie setting where it's like very high end, and when he comes out, they make a big deal out of it. Like I like that very much.
He not only is he a former DPW national champion, but he never lost that belt.
How come all these AEW guys are coming back all over the place? Queen Aminata and Brian Keith and all these dudes are starting to work again on the indies a little more.
Yeah, Tony Khan actually wants guys to get work when you're only running 2 shows a week.
Yeah, get some reps.
Well, they're doing a lot more recording of the Saturday show Collision on Thursdays. So if they're in a place, they'll do it like back-to-back recordings and they're off on Saturdays, which actually helps out for people that run conventions and stuff so that they can get them on a Saturday. So that makes it, very easy for also indie promotions to, hey, we got a show Saturday. We can book this person to come work.
Good point, Butters.
You're welcome.
Yeah. That advice is free to everybody. That knowledge is free to all of you that listening.
Okay. All right. We then go to the semifinal match of the evening. 3-way ladder match for the DPW Tag Team Championship. Violence Against Forever, Sprinkled Young Veterans, and the champions Miracle Generation. And I'm going to say it right here. The only reason this is not going to get match of the year play is because not enough people are going to see it. This was fucking amazing. I love this match. It's my favorite match of the show.
Yeah, I could take or leave Violence is Forever,
The views expressed by JGold do not
No,
necessarily
Dom, I'm
questions.
kidding, Dom.
I had questions about the usage of the painter's ladders in the beginning parts of the match, but I think that was just that they could use those and then kind of toss them out to use the actual good ladders for the final stuff so that they didn't get damaged. That's my guess, but I was gonna message Dom about it and ask him about it because I thought it was super weird that they used painter's ladders for a couple minutes.
and then it didn't fucking matter anyway because they broke the last ladder they had, and the poor referees were like trying to in vain to keep the ladder together because they couldn't fucking climb it.
There was a spot where Dom was dropped onto a ladder that was sitting up. That was like like widthwise, and that had to hurt so fucking bad. They dropped Dom on it, and I think it was what's his name from Miracle Generation because Dom flipped him over, and Dom gave him his back, and then he dropped him on the ladder, and I was just like, oh, for God's sakes, that looks like some of those things looks like it hurts so bad. It come on, just a great match, just great.
Yeah, well, they cut up one of those painter's ladders with like a ladder bridge, and Dom's going to try to package pile driver Dustin Waller onto it, and the thing's breaking underneath their weight before you can get the pile driver cut up. I'm amazed they got that move off.
Just a great match. Just great. Just great.
Absolutely fantastic. I mean, you got Violence Against Forever, who's been the best team on the independent scene in a long time. Grupo Young Veterans, who's right up there with the Miracle Generation, who have always been good, and they keep getting better somehow. I mean, you got probably 3 of the top 5 teams in all of independent wrestling in this one match. Just
I like the use of the scarf during the match too. That was good stuff. And then them commentary arguing about the usage of it. It's like you got all these other things out here. Like, what's the matter if he uses a scarf?
Yeah. Rich Bikini was going, well, dirty, but fucking legal. But dirty. Whatever, Rich.
It's a ladder match. You can do whatever you want except knife the guy. Basically, you could just come out and just beat the piss out of somebody with anything you could find, as long as you climb the ladder. There's nothing nefarious about what you do in a ladder match. This was great.
Dom in a ladder match, definitely busting out the Kevin Steen in him, especially with the package pile driver and that spot on the ladder. Dom, use the package pile driver more. I like it. I like that stump pile driver you do, but the package I think fits you too. I think it's a sweet move to use.
So Dom is morphing into a mix of Steen and Samoa Joe when he wrestles. You just expect certain levels of power moves from Dom now that you could just say you're not getting up from. Doesn't matter what he does. I think his personality and his temperament is really right there. It's a mix of Samoa Joe and Kevin Steen, I think. And he's gotten away from like the bone collector jiu-jitsu stuff. Like he does a lot more throwing power moves around, and I love that. I think he just knows who he is too. It's just another one, just a professional, everything he does.
Dom can do it in the game. You know what they say, you steal from one person that plays Rick, and you steal from a lot of people that research.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he's stealing. I think he's not. It's just a guy of his.
I think if you make it look impactful and you don't use it as just like a transitional move, which he doesn't, I think that it's showing respect for it. And I think that, I mean, using either as a finisher, like it's fine. Like I think that he makes it look impactful and and it's good. Like he doesn't make it look like shit. So as long as he doesn't make it look like shit, I think it doesn't matter if you take it from somebody else. Like just like Steen starting to use the stunner. I mean, you can see that a lot of people don't know how to fucking take it, but there was a lot of guys that didn't know how to take it back when Stone Cold was doing it. So
yeah, it exposed a lot of these younger guys who all these years are like, yeah, I want to do that. And then you just watch them and you're like, you don't know how to take it. Stop saying you want to get a stun. You want stun from Steve Austin. You look like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Or like when what's his face Austin
Theory.
Theory took the stunner and then into an RKO.
Jumped up into the RKO. He should have fell forward. Yep. Dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I honestly think nobody does the muscle buster in the indies anyway. But the fact that Dom does it is absolutely
I've seen Dom
perfect.
do it off the second rope.
Yeah. He's the only one I've ever seen do it. Really, I haven't seen one indie show where someone's pulled out the muscle.
I think a lot of people are scared to do it after Tyson got hurt.
Yeah.
After Tyson Kidd got hurt with it.
Yeah. But Dom's always done it safely, and if he lifts him up, if he can't get him, then that pile driver comes out, and it always fucking works. So
smush, compressing your spine.
Yep.
It was Miracle Generation retaining in 1926.
I'm really shocked that Miracle Generation retained, because usually in a ladder match, it's usually a way for there to become new champions without a pinfall happening, so you can kind of tell another story. I don't know the full story going into the three-way, but I was actually kind of shocked that Miracle Generation retained. I knew Violence is Forever didn't win because I knew Dom didn't have a new belt with him, but I was still shocked that Miracle Generation retained.
I like Grizzled Young Vets. Have they held the belts in DPW?
Yes, I know that they for sure held them at some point, because I think they've traded them a bunch this year. Like I think all three in this match have each been champion at some point this year, right?
Yeah. Talk about an act that. Oh, sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
No, I've got it right in front of me, actually. Violence is Forever had the belt, lost them to the Grizzled Young Veterans on February 15th, who lost in the Miracle Generation on July 13th. Because the last three champion in the ring at the same time in the ladder match.
Talk about an act that just that managed to work, and not be a flash in the pan and arrive they bailed from NXT, they showed up in DPW. Now they are a staple of the indie scene and of high end indies like DPW. So good on Grizzled Young Vets, because they could have done the nonsense of, I'm charging you $10,000 because I was on television. And instead they do a lot of indies, and they're really nice guys. So good on them, and good for DPW for keeping them in the scene for that.
Anyway,
it is the main event of the evening. Adam Priest defending the DPW World Championship against the man who never lost a championship in the ring, Jake Something, inside a steel cage to win the match at pinfall, commission, or by request from the champion Adam Priest escaping the cage. And I love the fact that they put in that Adam Priest requested that stipulation, and basically got there and get it because he's a cowardly heel and doesn't want to actually try to win the match, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of certain spots, right? So they did the thing where Priest absolutely waffles Jake Something in the head with a chair. I thought Jake Something was unconscious anyway, and then he beat the piss out of him for a good 10 minutes, and then Jake Something has this gigantic comeback. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're just like, okay, don't do that. If you're gonna beat up the face, you don't have to do it for so long to get such an unbelievable comeback. That was my one irritant in this match, is that the guy got the crap beat out of him, then he comes back and he's able to do a power bomb off the top rope and all sorts of stuff. Like, that kind of thing bothered me. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I think that the first half of the match was really good, including when Trevor Lee came out and tried to interfere, and then the chair came into play, stuff like that. I thought it was a clever way to do a lot of that stuff. I enjoyed it. I could take or leave that last half. Like you said, it might have been a bit too long for him to take the beating, but I think it just made it more surprising when he did make the comeback. Maybe the comeback shouldn't have been as long. Maybe it should have been one or two moves and then boom, the finish. But overall, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was kind of spoiled for me, so I knew where we were going. So it was like,
I liked the match too. I'm glad that Trevor Lee interfered. He got the chair into the cage, but he didn't actually interfere himself. Because I was actually making a note of it, that Trevor Lee getting involved defeated the purpose of the cage. But the fact that he didn't actually get into the cage, and basically half the locker room, including Andrew Everett, came out and just dragged him to the back before he could do anything besides throw that chair in, I can live with it. There was a spot where Adam Priest was hitting Jake Something with the chair, and he just tossed it at the referee for no apparent reason, and the referee was pissed.
Yeah. I don't know. There was just something that didn't sit with me at the end. It kind of ruined it for me. Just the whole ending sequence was just kind of something. But the whole match itself, I would have taken.
It was Jake Something. That's right.
Yeah, and I love Jake Something, and I love Adam Priest. I like them both very, very much. I just think, if you gave me an option, I would have closed the match with that tag team ladder match, close the night. So.
Yeah, you kind of had to close with the cage, though. You got the cut up and tear down time of that cage.
Yeah,
it had to go on last. No, nothing was following that ladder match.
No,
I give these guys all the effort in the world for having that good a match as they did, coming off of that match, and basically the cool down period for that crowd being the time to cut that cage up.
That venue
Remember,
looked great too. It was pretty packed. Like you could see people up in that higher section, one or two here and there, but the floor level was just packed to the gills. So
Yeah,
well,
that's the
remember what we
building.
used to say about AIW matches? That second to last match was always so intense, and it drew all the air out of you. I feel like that tag match, I was like, this is what I wanted, and then I was good after that. Like I didn't need the cage match.
yeah, that was a problem that they had for quite a while.
Yeah.
In AIW,
Yeah.
I think they've kind of figured it out now, where they've been better about it. But it's just one of those things. Like it's just the way that it had to flow on the card. Unfortunately, with doing a steel cage and a ladder match, like you could put the ladder match on earlier, but then like you still have to have that break between the semifinal and final match to set up the cage. So it's like if it doesn't start the show, it has to end the show, and then like you can't do that intermission because you have to set up the cage, and that's going to take a break. So I don't know what like how the breaks were set up there or anything.
Yeah.
But it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, unfortunately. And I think they did what they could do best with it. And I think I really didn't have a complaint about how anything was set up on the card. I thought everything flowed really well. And it didn't even dawn on me like doing the ladder and cage match back to back. Like it felt like the adrenaline just kept flowing for me because I didn't have that wait time. So
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, and the issue when you have a cage match on the card, it's either got to open or it's got to close. You can't.
No, you're right. Maybe you put that ladder match at the beginning of the show.
You can't.
I don't know about that.
I hesitate
As a
doing
cold
that
open,
too.
that's hard. That's hard to go right into a ladder match, like a stunt match right off the rip. I think everything was placed good. I thought it was good.
Yeah, everything got placed where it had to be for the purpose of the show. I don't think you could do the ladder match any earlier because then you're hurting one of the other matches on the card by having it follow.
Yeah.
And then you risk losing the crowd before you get to the main event because there's too much cooldown time. So, I mean, and you also, you can sit there and think, well, this match is going to be great. You don't know how much good the match is going to be until it happens anyway.
True.
So you can't get there and say, well, this should have gone all up, but nothing could follow it. Well, how do you know nothing could follow it till the match happened? You never know. Guys just don't have chemistry or what the case is going to be. So.
Yeah, I mean, it could have fell apart. Like they could have, the ladders could have broke. They could have botched a bunch of shit. You never know. Shit happens in wrestling. I mean, I remember being really excited for RVD versus Sabu in a ladder match on ECW, the ECW that made money, and that match fucking sucked giant dick. So I'll never forget it. I was so disappointed in that match. They fucked up so much in that match. It was dumb. All right, what are we rating it?
I'm gonna go with 4.25 Dom Guarini Muscle Busters out of 5.
I'm gonna give it 4.75. What the dog doing? Out of 5.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 4.5 Rick Bocchini out of 5.
Plugs?
Plugskis?
Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky at JHawk, Instagram at JHawk1539. No booking until November 22nd for RAPW, I believe. I'm not going to be able to do the Neo Pro show this time around. So,
boo.
My son's playing a little bit more important than an indie booking. I got to say that, but
I feel like Sammy Suntimer somehow set this up. So now that you're not going to be the referee, he's going to play some bullshit. I gotta really watch him. I gotta figure some stuff out in case the worst case scenario happens here.
That's right.
I too don't have anything coming up until November 15th. That will be in Canton, Ohio. Neo Pro Wrestling Endgame triple threat for the IW Guide title. Mikey Montgomery making his 7th title defense against Sammy Suntimer and Zay Garcia. And that will be the last IW Guide title match for the year of 2025. We'll see what happens in 2026.
All right. And you can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at JGold12. Please rate, review, please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Don't forget about the Twitter handle IWGuide1, YouTube.com. Please go on our YouTube page as we head to 100 subscribers and Patreon.com/IWGuide. Don't forget about the merch store over at brainbustertees.com. Our friend Will over at Gorilla Press Apparel. Our podcast friends, we are part of the Main Event Wrestling Network, the Wrestling Junkies on the Mark Wrestling Podcast, Tino's Time, the Blog World Order, and my show, the NXT Night Shift, Tuesday nights at 10:15. If you want to know why there was no show this week, the boss man is taking a break. He's resting. But we will be back
Tired
on
of dealing
the
with your
11th.
shit.
That's right. I guess it was my shit. Yes. But we'll be back on the 11th, and we'll see you then. At Outs with Wrestling, the card is going to change. The Super Fantastic Podcast and Marks with Mikes. Check out our other friends, Monsters in the Toy Box, Toy Hio, Rubber City Toys, Neo Pro Wrestling, OKCR Creations, Stash Pages, and Pally's Beef Jerky by our friend Kaplan.
Yeah, it's nobody's fault but yours. I totally didn't flame him in the group chat and make jokes about him weaving his fake beard and hair that he wore for Halloween into his pubes. I didn't do that. That wasn't me.
No, that wasn't you.
No, I don't know who hacked the IW Guide account to do that, but it wasn't me.
I agree. I don't know who that was.
Life short, watch more indie wrestling, or don't. I can't tell you what to do. Later.
Later.
Don't forget to review and subscribe wherever you listen to us. Find us online at Facebook and Instagram at the Indie Wrestling Guide, and on X or Twitter at IW Guide 1.